Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Spartan.
And I'm Pudgey.
And today we are watching Shogun episode 10. Finale day.
We've finally made it to the finale. It's been a long time coming, 10
Yep.
weeks.
We're a bit late to the party. We started this show late and we've paced it out very slowly.
Yeah.
But we are both excited to be here. The show has taken itself to a position where really anything can happen. Like, we know some things that are going to occur, you can surmise, but you really don't know how the show's going to try and tackle it.
Yeah, I would challenge you on that. We've got no fucking clue. Like, I didn't
Isn't
think...
that what I just said?
No, because you're like, oh, maybe we know. Nah, because I didn't think they would take Mariko away from us.
Yeah, see, I did. I didn't think last episode, I thought maybe she'll survive, but I anticipated that she'd be one to go, just based on her, everything she wanted. I mean, we can surmise that, given the show's called Shogun, that the Shogun is going to get formed by the finale, I think.
Yeah, right.
Maybe it wouldn't, but I'm surmising that it will, and that Mariko's efforts, now Toranaga's going to go on the attack.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what that looks like, that's where I don't know. And who's going to play what role, Yabushige, John, all these guys. That's where I'm like, dude, anything can happen here. We constantly get surprised.
Mm-hmm. I've been loving it, especially in hindsight, just seeing like all the efforts that have gone to this moment, to this episode. It's like Toranaga's mind, like we appreciated him at the start. And then you're like, okay, you kind of assume that he started like slipping a little bit. He did not slip.
Yeah.
He did not slip. Like,
yeah, they introduce him as almost overpowered, and you get very comfortable.
Yeah.
And then you feel like, oh, dude, where is that man? For like a number of episodes.
Yeah.
And then you realise like he was just playing a very slow game when he realised the position he was in.
Even him being sick, everything.
Yeah, I didn't believe that he was faking that, but according...
The girl knows. I don't know, like, how long have we been on this channel?
According to the comments, it was true, so I'll give credit where it's due.
Now, how long have we been on this channel?
Alright, Pudgey. Time to get off the high horse.
Listen to your girl for once. I know what I'm talking about.
I'll give you over to Ishiro if you keep this up. Unfortunately, last episode, we lost Mariko. Now, it was very well written. It was very well written.
I know.
To give us and because they took Hiromatsu the episode before, you're like, oh, will they do it again? No, but maybe they will because it's Shogun, and they get you so close and they don't, and there's a party that's like, oh, I knew it, but like, okay, thank God, and you relax and you get complacent and you don't think that they would kill her in that same episode, and then they do it right at the end there, and even though she at least got to choose it and almost do it in a way that she almost did it more content than the fearful state she was doing seppuku. So there's that, but it just feels like a robbery. It feels like she played her cards so well last episode.
Yeah.
She was fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite episodes of her.
Yeah, that honestly, I think that episode next to episode 3 with Buntaro's sacrifice are some of my favorite episodes from this season so far. There's definitely some other good ones, but those are a couple that really just left you like, wow.
I wonder what that means for John this episode. I mean, they had a final night together last episode, right? So they're very important for each other. And now...
I reckon he'll want to fight with Toranaga in the name of vengeance. Like, he's not dumb. He will know that Mariko got screwed over. And he's going to want to stick it to the pricks who did it. That's what I think from John anyway.
Well, John was already in on the plan. Wasn't he not? Kind of,
to a degree. He was kept in the dark. It was just trust me.
Yeah.
But the way in which she went out as well, like, it was a complete breach of the agreement and the terms she was given by Ishiro.
Now, I'm kind of nervous for this episode, for this finale, because I don't have expectations, but my only one, I guess, would be that this show I hold to a high caliber. So I expect that the finale will see fit, right?
Yeah.
But
it's been so well written that if the finale's sort of just straightforward, which I don't think it will be, but you sort of left like, oh, is that it? Like, is that what we built up for 9 episodes?
Well, what I'm nervous about, and I don't know how to judge it, but I think I'll just let it take me, is that initially it was made with one season in mind. Now there's been 2 seasons more confirmed.
I'm going to judge it based on one season in mind.
Okay.
I think that's a fair, like, if it leaves things open, you can be excited, but I'm coming into this going, when it was made to be a 1 season story.
Yeah.
So I'm going to see how well does it conclude the season that we've known.
Yeah.
Because I also am assuming that we're going to lose more beloved characters this episode. Yeah. So I don't know what is in store for the future. Now, I'm nervous for this finale because a lot of you guys probably know me. And, you know, sometimes you might think my taste is simple, but there are certain things that I like and look for. And even though, I've had my challenges with the pacing, but overall, I think Shogun is a masterpiece in writing. But I think for my simple brain, it's a fine line sometimes between being too tricky and me being like some people said in the comments, I'm not sure if Spartan will love the finale. I'm not going to base it on that. I'm going to come into it open-minded. I want to love it.
Yeah. But
I am open with the idea that I might love the episode and be left going, damn, is that where it ends? Like, I feel like there needed to be more hashed out. Where we differ is I sometimes like more conclusive things, whereas you don't mind things being left more open-ended.
Yeah, open to interpretation. And
I feel like Shogun is not here to give me what I want at all. I feel like Shogun's here to say, Spartan, you wanted this? We go this way. It's just what I feel. It shows that to me every episode since like episode 4. So, final time for this season. Death predictions. I'm going Toranaga. I'm predicting that he's going to sacrifice himself at some stage. Yabushige, I think.
I think Yabushige might live.
Yeah, he might live actually, but Buntaro I can see dying.
For the second time.
Yeah.
Especially, forget John, how will Buntaro feel about Mariko's death? So that could be an interesting
I wonder if we'll get a scene on that. Maybe the closure was their previous scene, I don't know.
Yeah.
I reckon John will live.
I think John will live. I think Yabushige will be alive. Toranaga's 50-50 for me. Maybe he... No, I think Toranaga will be alive.
Ishiro, I reckon, dies.
Dead.
Ochiba, 50-50.
Ochiba might be alive, I reckon.
Yeah.
I love how I'm saying this now, everything's going to be the opposite.
Yeah, I don't know. I think anything can happen. Thank you to everyone over on Patreon for supporting the channel. If you want up to 4 weeks of early access to our reactions or to watch them in their uncut form, we'll leave a link in the description down below. And
if you guys are watching this over on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments down below what you thought of the finale.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's go. What the hell is that?
I have no idea.
Look sharp. Be quiet. I hear you. I'm only going to look.
Is that John? When he's old or something? They're speaking in English accent.
Yeah, I noticed.
Because grandfather used it to fight off a whole army of Japanese assassins.
Is that John's grandchildren?
Surely, what?
Blackthorn coughing. So that's John. What the hell?
Was it really given to you by a savage?
Oh, he's holding Mariko's cross. Oh my god.
What have they thrown us into?
Oh, dude.
Dude, that is trippy. That has tripped me out. I did not expect to go that far forward. There's no way she's alive after that.
No, she's not alive after. Surely not.
I felt
John.
that. Just when he'd finally reconnected with her.
We commit to you, your loyal servant, Mariko-sama. Mariko-sama.
Oh, he must be in shock as well, man.
Damn,
Dude, what'd you
Yabushige, what did you
do?
do?
許してください
Oh,
Oh, man.
Yabushige, you
No
overplayed.
foresight. No foresight.
Oh man, that is heavy. I was given a bit of hope that Mariko would come back, but
But even John, so John survives.
yeah. I wonder what the purpose behind showing us that is so far ahead.
And a savage gave him...
That's what they call it Japanese. It's just reverse.
Preparing for things to come.
Yeah, the calm before the storm.
兄からの抗議文でござります。かけがえのない家臣の非業の最後に色を失い、兄は秘密裏に江戸を抜け出し、戦の支度をしておる。
Oh, different
So-
tactic.
He's doing it on that cause.
Unless it was always the plan.
Yeah, I think so.
先日の恥ずべき襲撃を命じた咎人がこの大老衆の一人やもしれぬと思うと。
Oh, he's calling it out.
Mm-hmm.
この卑しむべき襲撃をやってのけるやからは不実で悪知恵の働く虎中しかおらん。
Oh, shut up. Why would he ever do that?
その前にまずマリコ殿のキリシタンとしての葬儀を執り行わねばなりませぬ。
マリコ殿の死は気の毒じゃが、
No, you're not.
あの者が明智家の身内じゃということを忘れてはなるまい。
Sneaky, snaky shit all.
マリコ殿は手厚く弔っていただかねば。
Oh, she's
Good.
being very careful with her words. Like she's making it clear to him this isn't negotiable.
しからばその後戦といたしましょうぞ。
お世継ぎにも加わっていただきとうござりまする。
無論じゃ、お世継ぎの御旗のもと、我らは正当な軍となり、虎長は謀反人となるのじゃ。
Dude, don't even.
Man, no way they're all gonna still side with him. Are these guys idiots? Oh, another earthquake.
You know a bigger one's coming after that.
これはもう少し戦議を重ねようということではあるまいか。
He took it as like an omen.
Yeah.
むやみに縁起を担いでどうする。我らは日の本の庇護者ぞ。
Really now? Disgusting. They're probably just scared for their lives. They're like, we don't want to be on the other end of Ishidor.
耳の方はようなったか。
耳でございまするか。ああ、おお、かさじけのござる。
So he's still damaged from the explosion.
Yeah.
拙者マリコ殿は捕らえられるだけじゃと思っておりました。
逆らうたりするゆえ命を落としたのじゃ。
Yeah, Yabushige does seem like it was too far even for him.
後世に語り継がれるであろう。虎長が死んだ後、その方の大老の座は安泰よ。
I think he's realizing Toranaga has the voice of reason here.
かつて太閤殿下は虎長公に戦を仕掛ける寸前まで行かれた。票はすべて殿下に賛同。だがそこで地震が起きたのじゃ。
Oh.
No way.
殿下は和平の道を探る方がなくなったのでござる。
大昔のことではないか。
What's he doing?
太閤殿下ナマズを咎められた。
Is this just like paranoia getting to him?
やぶしげ殿。その池にナマズはおらんぞ。あ
So is he seeing stuff then?
Oh, Yabushige, he's a classic, man.
伊豆へ戻られるがよい。兵を集め、わしの指示を待て。
What is happening?
He's really like lost the plot a little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice to see that he cared for Mariko in such a way, but he's really shaking him up. Wow, this is similar to that scene in the first
お
episode.
前を空に戻してやろう。
all the back and forth done. It's D-Day.
娘をあまた産めよ
Isn't Mio's eyes very puffy? Like maybe he's been crying or not sleeping.
He is crying now.
マリコ様は先日埋葬され申した。
He wasn't even there for it.
Oh man, that
Man.
お立ちくだされ。頃合いにござりまする。木山様の手の者たちが港まで護衛いたしまする。
That's disgusting. He just wakes up and he's in shock still that it even happened.
Nah, he'll come and fight with his ship, surely. He's not done.
Ishido-sama has mobilized the Council of Regents to war. The Lady Ochiba has pledged her son's support. Toranaga will be dead in weeks.
Then you don't know
I hope not.
Yoshi Toranaga.
I love how John has the faith. He knows the man.
The hostages are free. Got just what he wanted.
Yeah.
No dirty hands. No war. Just a woman.
Disgusting.
That was the price to pay.
And Mariko was close with him as well.
I spoke before. God, not your God. Oh my God. Just God.
I love that.
Do you think it was acceptable?
Rest assured she was already sanctified. Before her death, she came to me and received absolution.
She was always prepared for it.
I think it would have pleased her to see us being civil.
Yes. Yes, you may be right.
It's making me emotional.
Perhaps there might come a time we can set aside our differences.
All this nonsense. Catholic and Protestant and Calvinist and every other shittist. It's only a shame that day will never come. Will it, Father?
Oh, not this again.
Is this where I'm to be? Ambushed?
Oh, he doesn't
like
trust.
the last time I tried to leave.
Everyone's a bit paranoid now.
I mean, it's
I
fair
get
enough.
it, yeah.
I will not deny it. You were meant to die in these woods.
Oh, shit.
An arrangement was made. You will leave Osaka alive.
You'll have to forgive me if I'm having some trouble accepting anything on your word.
Yeah, man, after all this bullshit.
I wonder what was the swaying decision there?
Maybe Mariko asked for that initially, before she died.
It was Lady Maria.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Looking out for John.
She asked the church to spare your life before she died.
At least he fulfilled it. Thank God for that.
I miss her.
I have kept my word to her. Goodbye. And good luck.
Oh, man. Yeah, definitely makes me miss her a lot more.
There must be a sense of warmth for John that, you know, she showed that she cared still. Because she has been saying it's bigger than just her, it's bigger than just him. Oh, John.
Oh, man.
何のことさ？カレーカーナとは？
私の友人が読んだホックにございまする。
埋葬されたものか？
He's more aware than everyone gives him credit.
八千代様ならどうお続けなされまする？
はて、枝には実がなる。花も咲くの。
Such a pure response.
風なお吹きて。
I had a feeling she was going to say that one. Oh, if only they all listened to it before she died.
I know. Definitely getting me in the feels this episode. My eyes are wet.
我ら大坂に行くべきではなかったな。貴殿の腕があるではないか。共に海に出ればよいではないか。貴殿の国目指して。
Man just wants to escape.
Oh, he still wants to go with John.
あれじゃ、飛び込みを指南してくれ。虎長様に指南したように、わしにも。
What is he doing?
はよ。
It's like he's wanting to repent for everything he's done.
Like he wants to build the friendship like Toranaga did.
No way! That's his ship!
What? I don't understand. That's done on purpose.
Damn. That was all he had left.
At this point as well, it's like, how is he going to go back home? Who's going to be kind enough to lend their ship that entire way back home?
What are they doing? Did Omi seize control?
恐れながら藪重殿刀をお渡しいただくように申し使っております。
What?
我らが主君虎長様の配下でございます。
Yeah, not to Yabushige.
拙者に命じられたのも虎長様でございます。
Yeah, right.
Oh, Toranaga knew he plays hand. I mean, hey, Yabushige, I love you, but he earned this one. He sold out.
キリシタンに手を貸した者が見つかるまで、この村の者たちは誰も安らうことができません。虎長様がそのように命じられました。
Oh my god!
Shit, and they're on display.
わしの身内や家臣を連れ帰ってくれたことを礼を申す。
マリコ殿が亡くなられたことはお聞き及びかと存じまする。
He knew before it even happened.
あの世、賊を屋敷に招き入れる措置の姿が見られておったこともな。
Oh, thank God, he had more
John didn't
spies.
even know.
措置とともに土蔵の中におった次女の一人が近江殿に知らせてよこしたのじゃ。
藪重殿はマリコ様が亡くなった後、介護の念にかられ許しを請うておられたとか。
Yeah, so you can't even hide from it.
措置は襲撃を手引きしたのか。
Damn, John's gonna snap.
いたしました。
よかろう。措置の所領はすべて召し上げ、明日の日没までに腹を切ってもらおう。
Oh my god.
Tell me he's not gonna live.
拙者はここに近江跡取りと宣言いたしますゆえ、近江に跡目を継がせることをお許しくだされ。
頼むのは勝手じゃが、伊豆はもはや措置が跡目を決める領地ではない。
Oh shit. There doesn't have anything to pass on either now.
解釈は誰がよい。
He'll pick John, won't he?
安心殿が。
なら。
The man's getting granted nothing.
殿にお願いできますれば、今日へ土国に存じまする。
承知した。しからば明日。
Dude, like, I know Yabushige kind of deserves this, but it's still feels, I don't know. I feel like there's more to him left.
富士様。
Friendly face.
We haven't seen her for a while. Ah, they're missing one person though. Yeah. He's used to talking to her and then looking to his right shoulder. Oh, damn, man.
Tsuji. Inai.
Yeah, they've cut out the middleman now.
私どもが大坂城を出立する朝、落ち葉の方から内密にお預かり申した文でござる。
Oh, I had a feeling.
Yeah, same.
Especially after Marigo.
花乱れ。ことのはちりて。焚き火かな。
あまりに美しゅうて、 殿がお読みになられたとは思いませぬ。
マリコ殿の歌じゃ。
Yeah.
後に残るは言葉のみか。
Everything that she said.
なんと見事な焚き火を残されたことか。
There's been too much sacrifice, man.
私はおいとまをいただきます。
She
虎
seems
長
happy
様から
about
尼
it.
になるお許しが出ましたので。
Oh, she found her purpose.
私、そなた、いてほしい。
Aww.
できません。
私、命じる。
He's trying everything.
あなた様の性質ではございませぬ。
Man, he's losing everyone.
虎長様にお仕えするお役目は果たしました。
Every scene is actually killing me, like.
藤様、いい、尼。
Oh, I love that, man.
I love their friendship. They've been through a lot together.
虎長様に文を。私、明日殿に会いたい。
Oh, okay. This chat's long overdue.
刀と鉄砲を渡せ。
Why? They don't trust him now all of a sudden? Oh, he gave him. Remember last time he wouldn't give him?
Mm-hmm. He's very accustomed to the culture and stuff now.
He's just sick of fighting as well, I think.
Well, we'll see.
下手人を見つけるまで休むなと命じてある。
殿、この通詞役ただの漁師には手に負えません。
アンジはまだ知らんのか。
おう。
Oh, we need Mariko.
Everyone's feeling the presence missing from Mariko.
Forgive me for the deception, Anjin殿. I was born Tonomoto Akinao in the Azuchi Prefecture. I am samurai.
They finally told him.
Ordered to spy on his enemies. Years ago, my lord ordered me to convert to the religion of the Portuguese. So I took the name Muraji and moved here.
Years ago, Wow.
Muraji, I've prepared something to say in Japanese. Perhaps you will help me if I falter.
Oh, what does he want to say? That's what I'm...
会ってくれたこと、形けのござりまする。殿の弟君に降伏したい。無礼を尽くしたこと、お詫び申し上げまする。
Okay, alright.
He's seeing his short-sightedness.
私は、あの俺、失っておりました。
He had given up, not Toranaga.
Nozomi, hope, or is the word you are looking for faith?
This point either one will do.
Yeah.
アジロの人、追っておいてほしい。望みなくした人いる。でも、アジロの人忠実。
He wants him to stop attacking. I felt he might.
復讐したいのではないのか。
He asks why you do not wish to fight your enemies.
My enemies didn't burn my ship.
Tell me he did.
It was Mariko-sama.
Oh, right.
Staged
Yeah, he
my
did say
war
Mariko.
against the Catholics.
Oh, so it was Mariko in the end. He figured it out.
So she made an arrangement in Osaka to trade my survival for the destruction of my ship.
Yes, yes. Damn,
She's
she
very
was
smart, the old
plotting,
Mariko.
didn't she?
己の戦はいかがいたすつもりじゃ。
I don't need it anymore.
Oh.
He's seen enough war.
私の戦。つまらぬ戦。
Damn, man.
Puts
I love
things
those
into
words.
こやつ
perspective.
の頼みは聞けん。
何故
Why would he refuse it?
わしに忠義を尽くさぬ者が 我が所領でのうのうと息をしておるというのに、ただ手をこまねえておられようか。
But we know who it was.
何をしておる？
I was the disloyal one.
Oh no, tell me he's gonna commit seppuku.
No, he's alive,
私
remember?
村人を死なない。
何様のつもりじゃ。こやつは己が死ねばわしが謀反人探しをやめるとでも思っておるのか。
Ryan's pretty headstrong in this
What,
one.
what's his game though? What's his plan?
I came here to use you. To use you!
Oh, he's finally gotten real with it all. Wow, what? This is not what I expected.
Dickie! Fuck it.
I'm so confused.
Live and we die.
Mariko's words.
私安人はこの命をもって吉井虎長によるこの村への無慈悲な処罰に抗議いたす。
But we know he doesn't do it, so...
Well, I'm hoping so, but no one's trying to stop him. Oh, thank God. Damn, thank God Toranaga is the best punch he's done.
Oh my God.
気が済んだのだ。
He went to go do it.
あの船を立て直し、わしのために水軍を作るがよい。
Just like he said earlier.
Did he want him to do that to prove, to finally get real with each other?
Maybe. They're such complex scenes, aren't they?
Yeah, man.
決して絶やさぬとお誓い申し上げまする。
そう思わなんだら申し出ておらぬわ。わしは息子に恵まれなんだが、わしのことを息子のように思っておった。
Damn, man. We're gonna lose Yabushige as well now.
亡骸は楽な埋めるなのみさらせ。飢えたる犬の腹を満たせよ。
Really?
How's he
Why?
gonna become all good now?
叔父上には多くのことを教わりました。
その教えもこれにてしまいじゃ。
Dude, this is killing me. I know he's not an angel character, but it's killing me.
Is it time to go through with it? Is it all time to show face? So I'm interested to see.
I'm hoping, man.
我が甥は殿の良き配下になりましょう。殿は果報者でございまするな。
そちのおかげじゃな。
安心もでございまする。あやつも拙者のおかげでございまするぞ。
Just a little reminder.
Oh, Yabushige doesn't miss up his chances.
できれば拙者も生き延びて見とうございましたぞ。
The war?
殿の計りごとがどのようなものであれ、うまくいく様を。
Yeah, everyone's been waiting in anticipation.
安心が船を燃やしてキリシタンどもを海で打ち負かすところも、この先見たいことがあまたありました。
そうやすやすとは行くまい。壊さねばならなかったのじゃ。安心の命か、安心の船か。
So he fully understood that.
あの世、見張りの者どもに火薬を撒くよう命ずるのはそう難しいことではなかった。マリコ殿が教会に話をつけ、わしは。
Oh!
So he was in on the plan. It was all a ruse.
Oh my God, but then he's just been killing people.
やむを得ずの小細工よ。安心を試すためのな。
Oh my God.
He stops at nothing.
いつか種明かしをするやもしれん。その頃にはあやつは船を立て直しておるであろうが、わしはそれをまた壊さねばならぬであろう。
What?
They never want him to leave?
あやつは一生火の元から出られぬ。
Well, not if you make it so.
Oh my God.
一体どのような心地がするものでございましょうか。殿はすべての風を己の欲しいままに操っておられる。
True.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Because Yabashige has never had that control.
風を操ったりはせぬ。読むだけじゃ。
And that's also true of Toranaga.
どのようにして勝つおつもりですか。今や殿の軍は多勢に無勢。お世継ぎの軍がいつ攻めてきてもおかしくない。ここで皇帝でございまするか。
Question we've all been waiting for.
せめて拙者が死ぬ前に教えてくだされ。
やぶしげ殿。
You finally open up to him.
これだけ共にやってまいったのじゃ。そなただけは目の前でなされている。
He's not gonna go to his death, is he?
I feel like he
もすで
might.
に終わっておる。大老衆が結束しておる限り、大坂に軍を送るなどもってのほか。それはすなわち死を意味する。
Okay, so then what?
女子を一人送り込み、軍勢にもできぬことをさせたのじゃ。
As in Mariko?
Did she disarm Ochiba? Or she created the
Yeah.
disarray?
Yeah. I think that was the key and it had to be her.
そなたには見えぬか。これから何が起こるか。
What the
Spell it out for us, please.
我らは関ヶ原にて敵と対峙いたす。5つの軍勢が戦場にて直に相対しての。
Holy shit.
そなたの申す通り、お世継ぎの軍が石堂側につけば、わしの軍勢に勝ち目はない。
There's a butt coming.
じゃが、マリコ殿の行いのおかげで、落ち葉の方は石堂との盟約に嫌気がさし、
Yes,
秘
okay.
密裏にわしに文をよこし、お世継ぎの軍を戦場には出さぬと誓われた。
So he's not on the
そ
lawful
の
side
日石堂
then.
には掲げる御旗がない。大老衆は刀すら抜く前に石堂に背を向けるである。
Yeah,
Oh,
damn.
no way.
そしてようやくわしの夢見た時代が来る。まずはわしの新たな権勢の要である江戸から始める。
So he's been visualizing Edo this whole time for that reason.
これは我ら皆で成し遂げたのじゃ。
What the hell?
Yeah, everyone played a part,
そ
didn't
なた
they?
もわしもマリコ殿も海の向こうから来たあの安人さえも。
Yeah, shit.
あやつを殺してしまおうと思うたことは何度もあったが思いとどまった。あやつに値打ちがあるからではない。
But
あやつは
Ugh.
わしを笑わせおるし
He's a breath of fresh air.
敵を油断させるのに十分じゃったからの。
So he used him as a decoy.
安心と初めて会った時、あやつが何と申したか覚えておるか。わしが戦うても望みはないゆえやめておけと申した。
I don't know, do you remember?
No, I don't.
己が勝てば望みはある。
Unless I
Oh,
win.
that's my favorite line, yeah.
勝てば全て思いのままになる。
将軍の小さいも
Wow.
それが殿のかねてよりの望みであったのでございまするな。胸の奥に秘めたお心は殿も他の者とさほど変わりませんな。
In your secret heart.
Holy
Wow.
shit. Was all this done in the name of Shogun?
本当のことを語ってくだされ。墓場まで持ってまいりまするゆえ。
He's gonna have to kill him as soon as he tells him.
死人に先々の話をして何とする。
Why tell a dead man if what? Like there's more to that question. I'm still hoping a little bit that he might live. Oh man.
What's that smirk?
Damn it, man.
This is too much. Way too much.
Ship!
Damn, got the whole village involved.
We need more water. I tell them they can rest.
Oh, I was hoping he was going to say, surely we see Buntaro. Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to be time for respect.
He doesn't look well.
Nah, I was going to say he looks ill.
Gotta help.
Like you miserable, snivelling, festering shitbags.
Respect there.
I have a feeling this is the one.
Yeah, because Buntaro's here to help.
Keep that between you and I, he goes.
What a beautiful scene. Like, not much has to be said, does it?
I like this little
he's
stare
figured
down.
it out. Yeah, surely.
I don't know. He might have figured something out.
That's right before the Shogun mask is presented in the intro. I just want to start off by saying this episode got me in the feels quite a bit. Like, my eyes were wet the entire time. I think a lot of scenes were done quite beautifully. And they were all because of Mariko's sacrifice. Like, all of them.
And the connections between characters. I think John's connections as well had you quite emotional. Like, there were a few meaningful... Just the role everyone had played in their game, this political game, and in the communities, and just the way it all connected.
You do see now, like, in hindsight, all the little things in the other episodes that, I don't know, some people might have thought was slow or just, like, building up story. It's like, no, like, they were all very, very important for these now interactions, these significant things, right? Now I know where the Three Hearts plays into. Toranaga, literally saying that's not something that he would want. And then we're praising him for that. But even we get fooled. We don't see Toranaga's true heart.
Nah, you know what's funny? Ochiba thought that she knew his true heart.
Yeah.
You know, Yabushige's words kind of tripped me out because between the spy and what we discovered in Yabushige's words, it's almost like Toranaga planned this out years ago.
Yeah.
Like, man, he's that far ahead of everyone else. And the question is, Yabushige says, you're like the rest of us. Like, you always wanted the Shogun, but he acted like he didn't.
Yeah.
He had to give a complete... That's his third heart. His third heart was his whole season.
We're so silly because we should have taken the warning that he gave to Nagakado, right? Like... Show no one. Like, I'm not even showing my own son. Show no one. And we're dumb enough to think as an audience that we've seen it.
Damn, I'm not gonna... The finale definitely tripped me up. There's a lot to think about.
Yeah.
There's a lot to digest there. I feel like I certainly need to go back and rewatch this season.
Yeah.
Because it was completely different to what I expected every single episode, I think.
It's funny because it was left open-ended, but also not. Like... Open-ended in the sense we just kind of left there, we know he needs to rebuild and whatever. But then he's got grandchildren, which means we know he's already got children. He's got grandchildren, and it seems like he's back in England.
You're talking about John now?
Yeah, John.
There's a lot of his being said.
Sorry, John.
Yeah, well, I'm wondering what was the purpose behind showing us an old version of him? He said a dream of a dream is a title.
Yeah.
What was the purpose in that?
That must have been a dream. It may not have been real life because he let go of Mariko's cross.
Or, well, it could be a different cross. We don't know for sure.
Sure.
It could be him just... I don't think the whole thing was a dream.
No.
But him dreaming of...
when he's an old man.
The events that happened.
Was that not a dream? Like, that's what I'm saying. We're thinking it's the
reverse.
future.
I considered that, but I just don't know how it would make sense. Maybe.
I don't
So
know.
you're saying he's dreaming of the future rather than his old self dreaming of the past?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Like, only because of the letting go of the cross. I don't know how like popular that cross is. Could he have gotten another one? Yes, but I don't know. I don't know what the symbol
So
is.
episode 9 being called Crimson Sky, then it was actually Crimson Sky. You know how I was like, you know, that was a weird one. That was his plan. Crimson Sky was not what most people thought it was.
Yeah.
Marching into the city. That's why he outplayed everyone. Ishiro thought he was so smart.
Yeah.
And the man was never even in the competition.
Isn't that like so lonely though? Even men that hold your banners don't even know your true intentions. Like they're all pretty much just pawns in Toranaga's game.
Yeah, Toranaga is an interesting one, man. He's very different to how I anticipated him in the first few episodes.
Yeah.
He's just so, like, that third heart is so secret. He's so far in his own world. And it's sad. I mean, I'm left to wonder, like, he sacrificed everyone. Not everyone, but he sacrificed some pretty good, you know, Hiromatsu and Mariko and some pretty close people to him.
Well, that's the thing, right?
And he's saying, you know, the question is, was it all for your Shogun in the end anyway? If that was your objective, were you prepared to do whatever it takes?
But what threw me up a bit was he was saying like if we marched in there it would mean certain death for me, so then I sent a woman in there to do what an army couldn't. And it's like, but then that was certain death for her, which I get because she wanted death.
He did say he would grant her wish.
Yeah, eventually. So he used what I will give him is he used what she always wanted but at the right time. So I will give that. But he also had the power to help her see it in a different way, to not want death at all. But maybe he didn't. Like, I don't know.
I did enjoy Yabushige this episode. It was a bit, like, it made sense, right? So I get it. It was a hard one because you're going to love the character that I guess I want to excuse the traitorous things he's done. Like, he's not been a great guy all the time, but when he was on our side, it was so enjoyable that I was really praying, and I feel like you were too, hoping that Toranaga would just unveil another plan and go, you know, I still have further use for you, just to keep him in the game, especially now that we know there's more seasons. Because even the fact that Yabushige showed remorse this episode was nice. It was like, he wasn't completely irredeemable. Yeah. Okay, he was a bit of a snake. He was playing self-preservation, but he didn't want her to die at the cost. He just thought she'd be captured and that's Toranaga would eventually free her.
Yeah.
And isn't it ironic that he was so focused on saving his own skin that in the end, he killed himself. He died by Toranaga's hands, not by Ishiro's. Ishiro was never the real threat.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lot to take in. Like,
Yabushige's death really got to me. I'm going to be honest. Like, it really, like, it just felt like the end of an era. I think he really represented, he was like the bridge between John and Mariko. A lot of them. He was this loose character between them all. He added a bit of extra dynamic.
He is right. And it's almost like we all forgot he is the reason why John's in their lives. Yeah. Well, like, mostly. I love the writing, but I almost feel like it's not finished.
Me too.
In a way.
Me too. Like, I do get why people were questioning whether I'd love the ending because I am torn. I think it was written beautifully, but it's just so different to anything I've watched before, where I feel like had we had another 1 or 2 episodes left, then I'd be pretty content.
Yeah.
But we essentially got a flash forward, like Toranaga explained how this is going to end. So we know what happens, but not getting to live it and see it and breathe it and experience those moment to moments.
Yeah.
Just felt like we were almost strung along the whole season and not given payday.
Well, isn't that what Yabushige just felt just then? He's like, all this planning, all these...
I feel like we're Yabushige. I feel like we've just been planning the whole season and then we get killed right before we get to see it all.
Yeah.
That's what I should feel like.
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I'm definitely torn. I'll be interested. Like, you guys let us know whether some of you, I imagine, would have loved the way this ended being different. But for me, now, knowing there's a season 2 and 3, very different.
Yeah.
As a season 1, I'm like, okay, I'm all in on that.
But it's interesting now that we know his true heart. So then it's like, well, where do you go from here? Because Toranaga was about just keeping that at bay, like for no one to see you, really blocking that out to the rest of the world. And then like what becomes of his character in that sense.
Well, even knowing there's 2 more seasons, I feel like we'd pick up on the aftermath of that battle with Ishiro. So it's not like we'd go into that and get to experience that.
Yeah. What I will also give Toranaga is that he wants an era of peace. Like, he doesn't want wars. So I do appreciate that. And at the end of the day, like, the way you see it, well, the way I see it is all those deaths so that thousands and millions of people don't have to experience that.
There was some truth to his words. There was just a lot more there than we initially thought. And I think there's truth to Yabushige's words too, where he is a bit contradictory and he isn't as different to the rest of them. He's just better at playing the game.
Yeah. Yeah, essentially.
And things trip you up, you know, like his reasoning behind keeping John around. I find him funny, but I didn't really need him at all. Like, you feel really misled because in the...
Yeah.
Even from John's perspective, like the way I understand the writing, but it's just so different to what I've experienced with anything else in my life, to be honest, because even John, when he says, not if I win, like it seemed like they were both so locked into a mutual cause. And in the end, they almost had minimal relevance. Like Anjin wants to, Toranaga wants to sort of keep him around because he's funny and he's got some
his enemies
use.
needed a distraction.
Yeah, so he used him as sort of bait as well.
Yeah.
While John thought he was going to be a big player in this game, and in the end realised, dude, my war was tiny. I was never really in this. So his war just vanished. He realised it was all just sort of a bullshit.
Yeah. But now he's going to keep burning his ship that he keeps building.
Potentially, yeah, because he wants to keep him around. But he thinks that... I mean, John will get See, it's hard to discuss because knowing that there's more seasons and knowing this was intended to be a season, but the writers might have... Like, a discussion would be very different based on each one.
Yeah, for sure.
So you've almost got to keep both in mind.
What's interesting, and I did like the comment of, I think Yabushiga asked Toranaga, like, how does it feel to essentially mold the wind to your cause?
Be able to, like, control your fate.
Yeah, and I like how he is saying that, you know, he just studies it, and that's very representative of him the entire series, or season so far, but... Also, there is an element of control because at the end of the day, you're in a position of power that you can do that. So he studies, but he does have that control as well. I'm not saying he has full control over everyone. The study part is very important.
He could also play a gamble that no one else can.
Yeah.
Like to have everyone distrust him, all his vassals turn on him, everyone want to leave him. Like he just predicted it all. It does make me get a lot of respect for that conversation that he had. What was the lady that owned the tea house? Kiku's like... No.
Oh, Jin.
Jin. When she called Toranaga out and then she sort of smirked, she saw it. She knew. She knew. And that's why she got the tea house granted in the end. She knew he wasn't going to die and he wasn't going to lose his lands.
Yeah, isn't that wild? And she's like... She called out one thing. He's done a million things and she called out just one and she's like, I know you're playing a bigger game. Like, why would you leave your armies vulnerable?
So was him calling his brother there? Like, I wonder how much he knew. Like, did he call his brother knowing that he would have been offered earlier?
Probably.
As a way to sort of set this all up. Create this whole scenario. I don't know how far the ruse goes, but...
Well, he was always, like, 50-50 on his brother. He's like, we haven't seen each other in a long time. There could be jealousy,
But he knew what he was like.
Yeah.
Look, I'm going to keep it real with you guys. I think it's very well written, but I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a bit of a void left.
Yeah, I agree though. Usually we, like, with something like this, we don't.
Yeah. The fact that you agree is interesting to me because normally you don't need it. So for you to agree, I think that, anyway, there's just obviously we're sharing that feeling where I just felt like for a finale, it was almost too tame. There was great plot twists, beautiful character arcs, but... to build up for so long and sort of just get told what's going to happen, it feels like a bit of a robbery.
But like you said, the best way to describe it is Yabushige. Like, he's like... Well,
we are Yabushige.
Yeah, like, we're the dead men who he's not going to tell the future to, essentially. But we will find out, hopefully, in a year or two, whenever the second season comes out.
I don't know. Yeah, like, I know some people... I can already hear some of the comments being like, you know, they always do that, is something different, and that's fine. I don't think I needed that part to be changed. The part of having seen the execution of, you know, you follow Toranaga's plan. What is it? And it's like, he executed it. We just didn't know who was executing it. So on the one hand, we did see his plan unfold. We just didn't know at the time it was being unfolded to the degree in which it was. But I definitely wanted to see that final, even rock up to the battle and then have it played and then have everyone charge on Ishidor. Just something like they kind of showed us it.
Look,
but I wanted to live it. You know what I mean?
I don't necessarily know that I need that. Like I feel that as well. But like it almost felt like the aha moment wasn't like extremely aha, if that makes sense. So that's like my gripe with it. Even though like I want to communicate, I still really, really liked it. Like, especially the moment-to-moment stuff between, like, Fuji and John and even Buntaro at the end. I felt like there was no words that needed really to be exchanged. They just kind of knew.
Yeah.
And Buntaro helping spoke louder than words ever could.
Where the story went on an enjoyment perspective, I think it was still a very well-written story, but it leaves more to be desired for me.
That's the thing. And it's funny because if we came into this thinking it was more seasons, I'd be like, oh, okay, interesting.
Different, yeah.
But because it was initially one season, that's why I think this discussion is quite like convoluted.
I think even then though, Pudgey, let's be honest, I think even then, if we knew the second season, you can tell by the way they've written it, the second season, this conflict's been resolved.
Yeah.
The second season is going to pick up elsewhere.
Yeah.
So for this conflict, I think we'd still feel like, that's how we're wrapping it up? Like, you're not going to give us a bit more?
Yeah.
You don't agree?
No, it's just hard, isn't it? Because, like, I appreciate a lot of the elements, but I do feel like something was missing. I don't necessarily think it's the exact same as what you're saying for me, but I do feel like something missing.
There is a part of me that feels a bit confused as well, because I feel
that's what it is.
I feel like the writing was so good that you've got so much faith in it that when in the end it doesn't stack up to our personal needs, you're left a little bit like, what was missing? Because the writing was good, but something about the delivery didn't fully leave me satiated. And
you know what? In saying that as well, I think upon a rewatch, I think going into it and then watching the finale, I think we'll appreciate it even more.
Yeah. Look, I'm fully 100% aware. Like, I came into it with certain expectations.
Yeah.
I've got my own biases. I'm not discounting that. So I know I wanted something out of this show and it's done something very different and it's a big adjustment for me.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, having time to digest it, having time to rewatch it could change a lot of things. This is more just straight off leaving the finale. It's probably the most, like, normally finales just, they go mental. They put everything at it. This one was almost like, you guys came here to see us win, but we've already won. And we're like, what? That's what's trippy. It's like, we came here to see you win. And he's gone, we've already won. And you're like, but I watched all the episodes. Like, when did you win? And then he explains it to you.
And you know what's crazy? I do appreciate that as well, because it's like, everything that he was saying, like, you need to take Toranaga's words literally to some degree, like, with all his advice that he's given, because he took his own advice. Like, and I think that part is quite special. Like, that person that we were, like, G'ing up for, like, he's still that man. We just didn't see it.
Yeah, the way it was executed and presented to us was just, a lot of it was off screen or in riddles. It was just very different.
Mm-hmm.
Even the purpose behind each character, you know, we probably overplayed certain characters like John and thinking they had more, or we fell in love with, like, John and Mariko having a future and all these elements. Even Buntaro, you know, I felt like Buntaro after the last one, I was fully prepping to see him go into battle. I thought he was going to die, but go into battle and sacrifice himself with his sort of warrior honor intact. But in the end, it's kind of like, it's almost like he gets to start living now too.
Yeah.
He's living beyond his marriage now. He's accepted his marriage, you know, is what it was. And that Mariko had and him were just very different in what they need out of life. And I'm sure he's out of each other too. And I'm sure he's got some regret. But by him making peace with John, I think he's making peace with that part of himself and moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there's still,
which
you
I
can
think
see.
Is beautiful.
Yeah, you can see there's still a lot of good characters, you know, Omi, Buntaro, John. There's still a lot of good characters left for future seasons. But there's going to be a void with that Yabushige. Like, I love that guy. He was so fun. His actor was brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
And we were another thing that was trippy is, you're so weary of Yabushige, you just know at some point, you're like, at some point, he's gonna really snake us beyond repair. And then you realise he was never really a threat. He was Toranaga's pawn the whole time.
You know what's funny though? You just saying that just made me think as well. It's like, we are Toranaga in that sense as an audience. It's like, oh yeah, we know him. He's going to end up doing this and that and whatever. Like, you calculate for that. And sometimes you're wrong, sometimes you're right. But what we didn't account for is Toranaga having a plan for it all. Like, everyone was just like butter in his hand, melted, done.
Yeah. Damn. I feel like my standout episodes, I stand by episode 3 and episode 9 with Mariko. I think those two were like, those were the ones that just edge of my seat.
Yeah.
And I think I really liked episode 5 too, when Buntaro returned and the whole interactions with those. Those are the 3 that really stood out to me. A lot of the episodes were strong. There was some that I probably, were a little bit slower than what I was ready for. The writing was good, I wanted more. But yeah, those were the episodes that really stood out to me.
I agree. But you know what I found interesting as well? Because in my head, I'm thinking like I feel like there's a lot of storylines that I was like, oh, like I want to see more of that. And one of them was the flashback with Taiko and Toranaga whispering. I thought we would get to hear what was said.
Yeah.
Like, did the Taiko put this in motion and Toranaga planned it all? And just from the perspective of Ochiba, we don't get to hear that. So
that's what I wanted to say as well.
Yeah, Ochiba is thinking like, he's a vulture, this, that, whatever.
Well, she was hostage, and we don't really understand exactly how that panned out either.
Yeah.
Like, when did he take her hostage? What was the reasoning? Because when she came back, she seemed pretty good. So when did all this happen? What was the plan? Because we didn't get that just fully explained, and to see Ochiba's point of view a little bit more.
Yeah.
Then in the end, she was outplayed by Toranaga because he knew her third heart better than she knew his, so she came to his side.
And Toranaga was interested with Mariko, that conversation, because he was saying like, do you think Ochiba would ever change? Like what? And then
yes,
used essentially Mariko as a weapon against her to get her on Toranaga's side. Like, it's
and
just
I think
wild.
Mariko somewhat knew. Like, honestly, Mariko, after Toranaga, Mariko is right up there. She played an amazing game. Like, she was ahead of everyone else.
Yeah.
She was that advanced in this game.
Yeah.
She kept her third heart concealed really well as well, in fairness. She did great, and she fulfilled her duty.
To some degree.
Yeah, it leaked out at times, but she fulfilled her duty.
Yeah, for sure.
To stay as strong as she did, I mean, I admire it. There's other things that I think of, like the Toranaga spy. He unveiled, again, in Toranaga fashion, the way he unveiled everything he's been doing this season, I'm like, oh, like, just like that?
But we knew he was samurai.
Yes, so we knew that. He sort of told John that, and I was like, I was waiting for this moment where he was going to come in a clutch play somewhere where you got no hope left, and he comes in and you're like, oh, the spy, like something like that. And he was sort of like, I've been doing this for years. This is where I am. And I almost didn't fully understand the significance of him saying I'm Christian.
Well, that's his like true heart at the end of the day.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't change anything for me from the perspective of the episode. It would be like, oh wow, I was like, okay, maybe I might have missed something there. But yeah, his reveal was almost, I was waiting for him, like, oh, he's going to be something critical. And he was throughout the show, but again, we kind of like didn't get to fully see it. It was like, oh, this is what I was playing. It's like, oh, okay.
I do feel like at the end there, John did pick up on that Toranaga might have had a play in this.
Yeah, let us know what you guys think about that one too. Whether they... Because would he be that smiley about it though? That's what I wonder. Maybe if he got part of it, like, maybe you're keeping me here.
Yeah.
That part maybe, but if he knew the full extent of the plan, I reckon he'd be pissed off as well.
No, for sure. Especially because, like, Mariko was a sacrifice and stuff. Yeah. I thought it was beautiful that Fuji and John went together to let go of their pain.
And Fuji chose to live, which is nice.
Yeah. And when he goes, oh, like, I want you to say I'll order it. Like, oh... And then, just the consecutive scenes just killing me. And then him looking to the right where Mariko usually is. Like, just,
Yeah, look, it was a hell of a journey. And it's definitely going to leave me thinking for some time.
Yeah.
Going to need to digest and probably going to need a rewatch. Maybe not even that long in the future because I just need to sort of wrap my head around things that I don't feel are fully solidified yet.
Yeah.
I am also looking forward to seeing a lot of the comments because a lot of the time you guys explain things. I'm like, like happened even after the movie Arrival. People were explaining things and I was like, damn, I actually like it more now that I'm able to understand certain elements
Yeah, so if you want us to like it more, well, I did really appreciate it.
I really like it, but it probably fell a bit short of what I was hoping for initially, and I'm okay with that. It's just very different writing to what I probably expected. I'm digesting. I'm still in the process of thinking. Obviously, the ending was like, the plot twists were done pretty well, but they were so different to what you expect, it trips you up. So I'm left tripped up, essentially. I'm sort of like...
I feel like with finales, we're always like blabbing on it at the end, because like, we're just... It's funny because you need time to digest.
Yeah, we are digesting our thoughts whilst we express them. And it's almost helping us.
They could change.
They could change, as many times it has. So we are sort of like understanding what we feel as we sort of explain to you guys. And yeah, I mean, many times I've left something and liked it a lot more after the fact when I've had time to digest it. So, well, we hope you guys enjoyed this journey. It was a very different season. It was cool. I am looking forward to season 2.
Me too.
In spite of all this, I think I'll come in season 2 a bit more in tune with what's going on. And
not so blindsided.
Yeah.
But I think that's what we were meant to be, blindsided.
And hopefully we'll cover that one closer to its live release. So we'll get to be part of that weekly hype, which I think will be a lot of fun. But it's been good, man. And it's been a really insightful series.
Yeah.
I think we look forward to more.
Well, guys, we hope you enjoyed our reactions to Shogun. If you did, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this finale.
And if you do want to get early access to our reactions or watch them in their uncut form, we'll leave a link to our Patreon in the description. Take care of yourselves, and we'll see you on one of our next reactions.
See you guys.